Hi guys. So in yesterday's video we talked about being a person. You might be a person that cares a lot. You feel very deeply. You want to save the world. You want to help people. Okay, so if you could relate to all that, if that resonated with you, and you and you're attracting this video, you also might be someone who's very self-aware. You're very self-aware. Your mind is going like a million miles an hour every single day. You're just always thinking of something, and whenever there's a problem at hand, you're trying to solve it. You're trying to solve it. You're usually not the kind to sweep it under the rug. You like to just face it head on. Okay, so with that, if you watched yesterday's video, then you might be like, yes, I know I think too much. This is why I'm here. Then you're probably like, oh, what do I do about it? Well, this video is for you then. This video is going to tell you how to not care and to put that into practice. So, also, I have my little, I'm not using my journal today, but I have my little notes page on my laptop behind here so I can see it, because this literally just came to me literally in 3:30 in the morning. I was writing, so I don't even know what I was writing, but I'm tired. So I have that back here to help me stay focused. Okay, so how to not care. I want you to understand first that you will literally make your life so much more difficult than it needs to be when you think you're the doer. When you think this is your responsibility. Yes, I know this is on your heart and you're so passionate and fiery. I get that. But you need to understand that there is a higher force here at play that is divinely orchestrating everything in everyone's lives. Okay, call it what you want: God, universe, source, spirit, doesn't matter. It's the same thing. So understand that you are not the doer, and that God or the universe, whatever, is literally going to take care of everything else better than you might think you can. Okay, so yes, I know you want to help, but understand that giving advice to someone who doesn't want help, you're gonna be faced with resistance. Someone who doesn't want to be self-aware, or someone who's just not ready, just let them be. And I know it's so hard, because you're like, if they just take my advice, they would literally do a 180. They would be in a different direction, completely different direction. They'd be going up. I get that. But sometimes we don't realize it in the moment, but we're actually just getting in the way of them actually learning what they need to learn. Okay, and understand that the people that are going to come to you, that genuinely want to grow, that genuinely want to succeed, that want to be self-aware, when they come to you for advice and you give them that advice and they appreciate it, it's gonna feel easy, it's gonna flow, it's gonna feel natural. You're not gonna be met with that resistance. It's gonna feel rewarding, and that's what you love to do, and that's great. Then you're gonna have those other types of people who maybe like a friend, or who, it doesn't matter. You're going to go and give them advice, but they're just the type of person that they continue the same cycle over and over again. It's like they're talking to you, in person on the phone, and they're telling you about this problem, you help them solve it, and then the next time they're complaining about the same thing, or just same thing, different font, right? So, and you're just left feeling drained, confused, okay, why aren't they doing something about it? But you are projecting your own internal stand that how you would process that is you would do something about it by then. Like, you would probably have solved it and moved on. But not everyone works like that, okay? And the same way that you don't want people telling you what to do and how to live your life, even if you might think it's right in the best way, it doesn't matter. You need to respect that same decision for other people, right? So the next point I want to move on to is yes. So, okay, actually, before I move on, I want to touch on one other thing, and it's that the people that maybe are a bit more, like, in your life, a bit more reactive, or these are the people that don't really learn their lessons or whatever it is, right? And you're trying to help them. Understand that when you are trying to help them, like, excessively, and you're always trying to solve something for them, or you are quite literally doing the work for them, you're one, creating potentially a codependent relationship between you two, and number two, you're not helping them in the way you think you are. What you're actually doing is enabling their behavior of not being self-aware, and that then just prevents them from learning what they need to learn to actually grow. So, yes, that's why you feel so drained. Let me move on. Okay. Yes, understand how valuable your energy is. You need to understand that before you can fully just let go and not care. Understand how valuable everyone's energy is, and yours, especially yours if you are a giver, okay? You need to understand that. I saw this post one time on Pinterest, and they were talking about how your energy is your currency, I believe. Can't remember who it was by, but they're saying like your energy is your currency, and you buy experiences when you pay attention to it. So when you pay attention to something, you're allowing, like, when your consciousness is aware on like a situation, person, circumstance, whatever, that then flows energy back to you, okay? So be very careful what you pay for, okay? Because you're gonna receive something back. Yes. Okay, this is my favorite part. Understand that people do not care. Like, we've all heard this. Everyone's thinking about themselves, or maybe you're feeling a little self-conscious and whatever, and someone's like, no, like, no one's thinking about you. Like, everyone's thinking about themselves, whatever. And as a thinker, I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I just had the craziest thought about this thought. And that is, like, I feel like this is way deeper than we've all thought. And it's not that, oh, everyone's just thinking about themselves. No. Everyone is only ever thinking about themselves. And what I mean by that is people don't ever actually experience you. They don't. They don't ever actually experience you. They're only experiencing themselves. So you, through the screen watching me, you, doesn't even matter what your thoughts are, whatever it is, it's just it's just me reflecting back you to you, okay? So let me give a quick example of this in case, like, just in case that was unclear. But okay, so say you are back in high school, or if you're in high school or whatever, okay, and there is a boy, and he is sitting at a lunch table all alone, but he's just in his own world, and maybe he's on his phone, maybe he's laughing at something, he's eating his sandwich, whatever, okay? So you're gonna have one person who is going to look and they're gonna be like, damn, like, go for him. Like, he's secure in himself, like, he does not care, you know? And then you're going to have a different person who is going to be like, maybe it's the empath, and they're like, oh, like, I know how that feels, you know, maybe I should just sit next to him, you know, no one should feel alone, okay? They're gonna feel bad, and then you have your third person. We'll just stop it here to make this easy. Then you have the third person that's in their little posse, that's in their little group of people, and they're gonna laugh at them. They're gonna laugh at the boy and be like, oh my god, you see him, he's sitting alone, yada yada, right? Okay, so the first person that, did I say that was like the okay, yeah, that person, they're self-assured because what they see in that boy is what they see in themselves. They're like, oh cool, like damn, that's admirable, like that's really cool, you know? Number two, the empath, they're like, you know, they're not seeing it for what it is. They're like, I've been there. So they're projecting that onto the boy and they're feeling bad for the boy. Number three, they're projecting their insecurity onto the boy because they know that they need a group all constantly around them to make them feel some sense of security, right? So it's not that the boy was different, that the situation is different. It's just the people projecting their internal state onto the situation, onto the circumstance, onto the boy. Okay, so the boy did not change. It's just what was in here within those different people. So no one cares. No one is ever actually experiencing you. So whether you do something crazy, whether you live authentically or you don't, people are going to have their own projections, but it's just because you are reflecting back to them what exists within them. Okay? Yes. And then these are the final points. You need to start simplifying your life. I should make this like my life motto because I'm like, it's just so simple. Like, I remember being a little girl and literally thinking like, this is just so simple. People are overcomplicating it. And then things got complicated, but that's a different story. So simplify your life. How to not care. You literally just stop caring. That's it. You just stop caring. So bring your awareness to the table and ask it, in what ways am I overextending myself? In what ways am I overgiving and then feeling depleted? You can trace things back and be like, okay, this night I'm like self-soothing and I feel like crap. Like, oh, God, I hate this feeling, right? Well, go back a few steps and see where that stemmed from, okay? And whatever you find, be like, okay, you have to make the conscious decision to be like, okay, I'm going to take my energy back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm taking that back and I'm giving that to myself, okay? And you're like, oh wait, but isn't that selfish? Yes, it is selfish. And you need to change how you perceive that word, okay? Selfish. Look, selfish for the takers, that might be something different, okay? But a giver needs to be selfish. If you overgive, if you maybe you have people-pleasing tendencies, you're always trying to, no, you need to be selfish, okay? And that's probably why you are so drained, because you literally created an unbalance and unharmony in your life. And that is you overgiving and literally neglecting yourself. So you need to be selfish. That energy that you keep pouring into everyone, you need to pour that into yourself. And once you keep doing that every single day and you start feeling energized again, the light comes back into your eyes and you're like, wow, like this is amazing. You're literally going to care even less. So let's see. Yes. Practice every single day using your love and your energy and using that for yourself, pouring that into yourself, into your dreams, your goals, your passions. You just need to start doing that, okay? And I can relate to this. I remember I would literally like prolong my own growth, my own dreams, my own whatever, because I'm trying to help someone live theirs. And I got to a point where I'm like, okay, baby, no. Like, stop it, you know? Because I'm like, I could have done this, you know, and it's taking this person this long, whatever, with me helping them. I just like realized at a point, you just take it back. Just take it back. Like, you know, sometimes people, they learn so much better and so much faster when they see living proof of it. A lot of people, they want proof. They don't believe it unless they can see it, okay? So you can be the proof for them. And then yes, so you do that over and over and over again. So an action that is repeated becomes a habit, and it's gonna just be like, it's gonna create those neural pathways, and it's going to literally be like ingrained in your mind to the point where something in the past that would have driven you crazy or whatever, when that thing appears in your life, whether that's manifested into a person, situation, whatever, when that's in front of you and you have those new habits, those new beliefs, you're not even going to think twice, you're not even going to blink twice, you're not even going to react to it. You're just going to go about your day. And then finally, I want you to start choosing yourself more. Do what you love. Start saying yes to what you actually want to do. And stop doing what you don't want to do. I think I even said this in the last video, and I'll keep saying it, okay? Allow people to do things for you. Allow yourself to receive. You know, you've been drained, you've been depleted. Like, it's time to let the scales start to rebalance themselves, okay? Start saying no and stop explaining why. I don't know, and no is a complete sentence. It does not require an explanation, okay? And yes. So my last thing I wanted to say is to truly not care. What that is to live authentically. To live authentically, okay? To be yourself, like, fully. To be yourself. So to not care is to live authentically and not care to explain why, okay? So that's it for today's video. All of this, I'm telling you guys, has literally changed my life, and I feel like I'm living a whole new reality, like a whole new world, because of the advice in this video. So I hope it brings clarity, awareness, and yeah.